I'm just waiting for my appointment to have my beard coiffed. That's right. F&T, thanks for the update, Dave. You are the man with the news on the nomads. That's right. I want to thank all of my Camo Army members for all the news things you send me. You know, I can't be all over Facebook and Instagram and news article stuff. You know, I get so many cool notifications now from folks all over the Camo News Army. I want to thank the Ether Bunny, because he's the one who sent me the link to Camper Van Kevin's Facebook this morning, which I don't go check out his Facebook on a regular basis, but you know, we are all wishing the best for Kevin and his continued struggle with his health there, and a lot of good positives. You know, Kevin comes down on my channel every now and then, but you know, I don't think he realizes that for every one nasty thing people say about him, there's at least 15 or 20 nice things they say about him. And so, you know, I don't know. You know, he doesn't recognize the good stuff that people say about him. And there's a lot of positive messages today about Kevin. And anyway, so thank you, FNT. Anyway, this is a letters video if you haven't caught the gist just yet. I don't know. Tasmod says, kidney stones are nasty. I have friends that have had them. Luckily, I haven't had any. Hope he recovers quickly. Yes, I have known folks, some of my friends and relatives have had nasty battles with kidney stones, and they're incredibly painful from what I hear. Thankfully, I have never had one, but at the same time, you know, I drink a lot of fluids, and they say that's a good thing to do. I do have it in the family, but I've never gotten a kidney stone. The Canadian chick said, I had a supervisor that went to the bathroom and he was trying to pass a stone. First time I ever heard a man scream like a girl. Anyway, he ended up passing out from the pain with his you-know-what hanging out. Kind of weird to witness your boss like that. I've heard that too. You hear it. My friend, my college roommate, had a dad who had really bad kidney stones, and his dad would go into the bathroom and then he'd hear him shrieking and screaming, and I guess he knew what was going on. But yeah, it's nasty. It's very nasty. My buddy John Sweet there in beautiful Mesa, Arizona, advises people with, you know, if you do have kidney stones, one of the things that's good for you is a plant-based diet. You know, get away from eating all that meat and stuff. They often say that. And there's certain kinds of foods, surprisingly, that you shouldn't eat if you have if you're prone to kidney stones. Some of them you may be surprised with. I'm not going to mention them here because I'm not a doctor, but Google that. I'm sure there are lots of videos on YouTube about kidney stone prevention. Confabulations, etc., etc., etc. I was talking the other day, I did a live stream on certain nomads that I shouldn't cover anymore. Your recommendations are ones that I should cut back on covering. Confabulous, etc. says, I'm not tired of you covering anyone. You always seem to keep it entertaining and cover a lot of the ones I enjoy. As far as ones to cover more, RV Jedi. I do like RV Jedi David there up in Wisconsin. Dude RV, I don't know who Dude RV is. And Boondocking with Dennis. Okay, I'll have to check out Dude RV and Boondocking with Dennis. But I do cover RV Jedi David. Donzi says, Derek, let's call him Derek, was not getting views because he's a nomad that isn't a nomad. His house and his new videos were not making it. He now acts like he doesn't like his house now, and he wants to be a van lifer anyway. So, you know, again, he is going through probably, what do they call it, a midlife crisis? You know, he's just turned 40, right? I mean, so what do you're kind of, you know, he's assessing his life. And, you know, I really do think that a nomadic phase can be a good thing for people, but you don't necessarily want to be a nomad the whole rest of your life. You know, things change, people change, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you've built a YouTube channel on being a nomad and now you're not providing nomadic content, you might suffer a little bit at the YouTube wishing well. My mod says I should set a reminder in the morning so that all my mods know if I'm going to do a live stream. Again, I do 2 scheduled live streams, Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. Are we on? Yeah. And I do a midweek Mambo meetup live stream. Again, I don't know often until minutes before I do it that I'm going to do it. It's either Thursday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, And some days I may not even do it. So, you know, like last night I did a midweek Mambo live stream at like 8:30 at night, and my friend and I were watching some Netflix stuff, and I thought he was going to continue watching some more episodes of this particularly weird Icelandic volcanic murder mystery, and he didn't want to watch anymore, so I was available to do a live stream. Again, I don't know on the midweek one what I'm going to be doing, so just, you know, again, if my odds show up, that's great. If they don't, that's great too. I don't care, you know. I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. Doesn't mean that I don't want my mods around, because I like my mods. I really do. Mr. Z says the Stones suck. You mean the Rolling Stones? Hey, we want to send our condolences on the death of Charlie Watts, the longtime drummer for the Stones. You know, he was going to be on their tour. They're doing a tour of the USA this year, this fall, I guess. They're running ads on the local TV here. And they did say that Charlie was not going to be on the tour, and then because of some health issues, and then he dies. So, man, nice. He seemed like a really cool cat. A lot of videos on Charlie Watts. And all our condolences to his family and the Stones themselves. She has an Aldi bag. John says keto can put stress on the kidneys and possibly give you kidney stones. Yeah, so keto diet is probably not good for you if you are prone to kidney stones. Renee says cheap RV Bob will never have kidney stone because he guzzles Diet Coke for most of his fluids. I think it's 3% phosphoric acid. Also recommend apple cider vinegar. Certain acidic drinks are probably good. I don't know. Anybody know? Teddy Bear says Unstoppable Morgan has kept her Bronco. So she did buy a new, to her vehicle the other day, some sort of a Ford truck. But apparently she's kept the Bronco too. I don't know. Anyway, Teddy Bear says she put it in the shop and had everything fixed, so it's like a new Bronco. So now she's got two vehicles, huh? Kevin says to put cash in an address envelope to RV Prepper Wayne and put a stamp on it. Yeah, don't forget the stamp. Anyway, RV Prepper Wayne seems like a cool guy. He does a lot of work for people, a lot of stuff for people, and he doesn't seem to get compensated fairly. You know, you see, he does all this work for these big, highfalutin nomads, and then they just throw him peanuts. It just seems like that, you know? I don't know, man. He doesn't seem to get the love and care and concern that he deserves. Silicon Valley says I need to be covering Unstoppable Morgan more. Well, she's been posting less. Generally speaking, the people that I cover the more are the ones who post more. You know, if we got new content from people on a regular basis, then we will cover more. We've got some very interesting people here on the sidewalk today. I should do some interviews. Jen says, I hate it when people like Carolyn presume to speak for all women. Again, that is, who elected her president of the women, Yeah, I'm a woman. Well, no, I'm not a woman. I can speak for all men. I'm a man, so I can speak for all men. That's not right. Carolyn was saying how she is not about the money on her channel. So Janina says, so why doesn't she take down her Patreon then, if that's the case? That's a good question. I don't know, man. Derek, another one on Derek here. Chris says that Derek, whoever Derek is getting ready, setting up the story of why he has to get rid of the Class A with all those darn back-ordered camshafts. He's going to say, I can't get parts for the darn thing, and I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of people giving advice to Derek, and Derek did a video where he kind of got angry at all the people giving him advice that he could get the current camshafts repaired or replaced or get them off market or I don't know what. I don't know. He doesn't want your advice. Why do people do that? They put their problems up on YouTube, and then people give them advice, and then they don't want your advice. Okay, then don't put your problem up on YouTube, right? Says that Carolyn needs cats, not dogs. I pray she stops by the shelter and gets a dozen cats. That might help her out. Get a dozen cats in that little RV and get a big litter box. We were asking about what the best state for nomadic living was, and we got a lot of votes for Florida and Texas and Arizona and New Mexico. No Fear to Trek Ray says, what about South Carolina? South Carolina would be a very good state. The winters are very mild. Now, you do have very hot summers. You have very hot, humid summers. There are some mountains in the north, but they're not really big mountains. You get bigger mountains coming up to North Carolina. But I would say, that, apart from the summer heat and humidity, it's not a bad place. The taxes are low. They got some beautiful beaches. I'd say from September through April or May, it's probably wonderful. But the summers, yeah, they're going to be a bit of a stretch. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I'm going in to get my beard coiffed. Spending some big bucks. Yeah. Maybe I'll get a dye job on it too. What color should I get it? Flag under.